xLouLoux97 and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video we're doing actually part 3 of the village, and like I've showed you guys already, it is like a 5-part way of making this village, and I'm very excited because it was the first time I actually made this kind of big project, even though I know I already had some very nice projects and I have done it very nice, but this is something very different because I'm actually making a village. Well, it is not a very big lot. This one is like 30 by 30, but I thought it would make a cute kind of village with all these small and tiny houses around some, around a place, and with a lot of water, so it might get a feeling the vibe of Italy, but yet is not really that vibe. It is a pretty old village, or only then also with some like more modern insides, and something more modern houses. So I try to be creative with every kind of house, like this one, and I thought it was very tough to decorate the inside because these are all very small houses, and some don't even have very much room and don't even have a living room. So I'm trying to figure out, just like a puzzle, of what I want to do, but yet every house has the essential things. Like it has just a kitchen, it has a bed, which I think it is very important for a house. So I have chosen, like, if there is not enough room, there will not be like a very big TV or a couch. But yet again, I really did love creating all these very tiny houses, and I love to do it at the inside and to decorate so many kinds of different ways, so you can feel the different kind of vibe of people who could actually live there. These houses are very close to each other, but I thought it was fun. If you haven't seen the first 2 parts, I recommend to see those, because these are the first parts that I made to create the village, and right now I'm like halfway. So I already have made my first bakery, which is really the first bakery I ever made. I have for a long time, it was one of my first bags that I have bought, was Get to Work. But I actually never made a very restaurant, well, in the beginning, but then eventually I just started doing houses and everything, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, I've missed it so much, which is funny because I do have a lot of bags. I don't have all the bags, so you see that I am only using those that I actually have because I don't have the other ones. But I already have this much, and I'm already this much, building this much, that I don't even have time to make and creating sims, that sometimes I think it is funny to actually just play a life that I would, if I would do it now, I would have no idea which kind of functions I already have. It is so bad, but I'm very addicted to creating houses, and which is so funny. Well, this house is actually also one of my favorite houses, because it has a little platform, and it is also a bit bigger than the most houses, which is fun as well. So I had a little bit more space to create actually a normal bathroom, normal. It has some corners, and it has a sleeping room in its own, because some are so kind of tiny that they have just like one room and just a room for the toilet and the shower, because of course these are essential things if you want to do it in your house. And I thought about the village, what kind of vibe I wanted. This is a village that has just a good vibe. It is an old town village. It is the kind of village that when you're going to college and you're coming back, and it just feels like home. And it's very funny to visit because it has a bakery, and today we're doing a house, and we're doing 2 more special things, which is also very nice to do. And yeah, I just love this kind of puzzle, even though it was sometimes frustrating. But I'm making like 8 or 9 houses, as tiny as hell, and I also wanted to do it so different kind of way. So sometimes I'm like, meh, it is maybe not the beautiful the houses in the world, but I really do wanted to create something that, yeah, looks very different from all the houses, which is fun. So yeah, using things on the different kinds of ways and trying to make it look like, yeah, maybe a student could live here or maybe an old woman could live here. So yeah, that's why you also can see the other two parts, because they're so different from each other. And here, yeah, it goes different kinds of ways where I wanted to go to put those things, which was funny. So yeah, this is the living room, which is very small. It is very, very small. But yeah, I did not have very much space. So this is one of the biggest houses that I have created for this village, which is actually very good. I like it. I like the walls also with the stones. I think it is very, very nice. And I am very happy with the packs that I already have. I have chosen these packs to buy them first because I thought that the items that were on it were like my favorite items, and I wanted to use those. And then eventually I'm going to buy the other packs. That is, well, one of the goals that I want, but I'm like, I'm not going to buy all of them immediately, and I have already have all the extension packs, which I'm very proud of and I really like, and I'm up to date on those, but I still need some extra packs to do some, yeah, just to do the extra things, just that, you know, you have another plant or another tiles, you know, kind of ways, which is so funny. Well, I think that this is going to be the smallest garden I have ever made. uh, I thought it was very funny to create this garden, but yet again, it was a bit trouble because I had not as much space. But I figured out, like, if this is a kind of village that their houses are pretty close to each other, of course, because there's not a lot of room. Yeah, you know, sometimes someone has the garden against the other wall of someone else, and well, it is just all kinds of funny. And I really do like to create this vibe of this kind of, well, backyard, if you even call it that way, because it's sitting there using different kinds of stones and elements to create another one's home was very funny to do. Yeah, trying to use some elements to make it look like it comes everywhere through, so the picture is actually complete, which I thought was very important. Now we're doing one of my favorite things, and I already told you guys in the beginning from this video that I have made a bakery, which I am, not was, very excited of, and now I am making a bar. Because what is a nice village without a bar? So people can hang out there, people on the village can meet each other there, you know. It has a good vibe, and I thought it would be very funny to create actually a bar. So this bar is, I think, pretty funny. It has also a basement, and in the basement there is also more space for some things they can do, because it is also very tiny. But I thought like I could just give more attention to this part. So yeah, this is why this is the only one who has a basement. So I'm using basement space to create some more, yeah, space for the bar, because else I just did not have very much space. And I thought, well, you know what, people are going to meet in here, people are going to have fun in here, you know. Let me put some more space. But even though I tried not to use, I tried not to make it a very big one, because of course everything is tiny and I wanted to keep it that way. So it has also this kind of old town vibe, which is very, very nice, because I like it. You know, it goes well with the vibe. You can go sit outside, you know, and it is a bit that old vibe that, like I've said, because of course of the town and the way that it is like when you're going to away for like years and then coming back, and that this place will be looking like the same way, only then maybe a little bit older and and even more, well, yeah, just old. So I had much fun creating this one. I really do like it. It was also the first time I have made a bar, because like I've said, with the bakery, well, I just did not put very much attention to it. I always worked hard to create actually a very beautiful and nice houses, and I really do like it. But I like also creating this one because it is a bit different, you know. It's not by creating living rooms, and you can actually also create so many kind of different styles, because there are of course so many different kinds of bars, which is very fun to do. And I was very happy to glad that I've done something like this, because it's for me a bit out of the box. And I like to challenge myself. And I'm almost a year playing Sims, not right now, but almost playing a year Sims, and I think I've grown a bit. There's still so much to go, especially because I am always, doing these builds, and I am never, I almost never play The Sims like the game. I always build. I figured maybe there are people who are just like doing both, but no, not me. I'm always doing just like building. But hey, if you are the kind of one who can combine the playing the game and build the houses, that would be so much fun to hear about. But let me know about it, and let me know about all the things that you do in The Sims that I eventually just don't, because I always just build and I can learn from you. That would be very excited. So decorating this one, like I've said, was one of my favorite things to do, because it has this old kind of vibe, yet a bit modern, but the place will be still the same eventually when you're coming back, which is very, very funny. And it is very nice. I think I have a great time to build this one. Also, this project just cost me very much hours because of the tiny things and of the decoration, and because I also wanted to have every corner be like the way I wanted to be. It was very, very funny to do so, but also a bit hard, a bit tricky, because eventually, I could not play for like this build, go through it every night, because eventually I did not was this creative anymore, and I was afraid of that, because I want every build be so different from the other one, but yet I wanted to have the build like be just beautiful, and that it will fit with each other. So it was like a puzzle, but you know me, I like puzzles. And I did not mind to use the small spaces, but I let myself go a bit on this one. I used the basement as an extra kind of space, so yeah, the Sims can just hang out, but I did not want to give myself way too much space, so I was like, pretty hard on myself on that one, because it is still tiny. It is not a tiny house. It is, I think, bigger than a tiny house, obviously, maybe even bigger than a small house, but I wanted to create something beautiful, and I thought, what, it's fitting well. It is fitting great, and so this is that was my bar, and I was very excited. I can't wait to, if I play The Sims, I would use this build to make my own world. So it is also in my gallery, and you can find it in my gallery. It is xLouLoux97, just the same name as as my YouTube channel. And I have already had some houses and some downloads. So if you like this video, please put your thumbs up. And if you wanna use this village for your own story, which would be completely amazing, you can of course do so. You just have to download it from my gallery, and it is open out there. And now the outside, which is also very nice, but also I did not have very much space, so people should be able to be walking around among these things to go inside, and so I had to figure out what I wanted to do with the space, and it wasn't that very easy, but I think I've made it well, because this one will be the only one who is like this outside. But I thought, what, this is a village, and people can always sit outside, at some bars that I've known, people are always like sitting outside. So I thought, what, it could be very fun to do so. And yes, the dumpsters, of course, it is something part of it. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, yet again, put your thumbs up. If you're not yet in Ebony, you can always be in Ebony, and you will not miss any video. I will always post on every Saturday another video, and I will Part 4 will be next week, and I can't wait to show you guys this video. Thank you guys so much. Have a nice day.